Dr. Rebecca Johannsen, and I am one of the co-teachers of the Emotional Intelligence programs here at Rady. So as a culture, we're taught that emotions don't belong in our workplace. But whether we want to acknowledge them or not, emotions actually play a vital role in our ability to make decisions, to build relationships, and even have an impact on our physical and our mental health. So our Emotional Intelligence program works to help you understand the role that emotions play in your daily workplace interactions, how to be more aware of your own and of other people's emotional responses, and how to manage those emotions for a better relationship with your team, to improve productivity and the overall harmony within your organization.
Hi, my name is Ernie Mendes, and I'm one of the instructors for the Emotional Intelligence course. Achieving a greater awareness of how our emotions impact our performance at work, as well as learning to understand how to work positively with someone else's emotional response, is super important for increased productivity and for overall positive company culture. So we know that emotions are contagious, we know that they leak, and we know that they drive behavior. So knowing that they're contagious when we're in a leadership role, such as a manager, it's important to regulate those emotions and be aware of them. And then we start to be able to regulate and understand other people's emotions and do the same kind of thing with them. Also, we know that they leak, that we're not as good at hiding them as we think we are. In fact, we cannot not express emotions. They come out in some form. The third thing we know about emotions is that they drive behavior and performance. And so people tend to move toward things that make them feel good and away from things that make them feel bad. And that has a lot to do with company culture, it has to do with teamwork and leadership as well. So rather than denying that emotions exist in the workplace, EQ works with people at all levels of the organization to learn to understand and manage those emotions to the betterment of the entire team.
The number one reason employees cite for leaving their current position is a negative relationship with their manager. There have been numerous studies that show a correlation between emotional intelligence and performance. But the good news is that unlike IQ, EQ can actually be improved with time and with practice. So our Emotional Intelligence program not only teaches you about the theory behind this growing field, but we also give you an opportunity to put those theories into practice and give you immediate feedback to help you grow your own emotional intelligence.
So we have two parts. EQ Part 1 helps us to understand our own emotional states and to regulate those states. And then the ability to recognize others' emotional states and regulate those states as well. Also, we want to understand how we can have a positive impact on other people's emotions. So if you think of the first session really about understanding emotions and how to regulate and recognize them. The second session really builds upon what we learned in the first session and helps us to understand emotions when we have to communicate electronically and when we work on teams, including different learning styles and ways of running meetings where emotions might be present. Ultimately, we want to use positivity to strengthen team cohesion.